What's up, everyone? Drew, aka Catching Rockets here. I hope y'all are having a good day today. Sorry for the late start. I was at my son's band practice, and Mondays I try to go live before the band practice, but I don't know. I don't even know what to say. I'm just in a super bad mood today. I don't even know why I'm in a bad mood, but I am in a bad mood, and did not have a good day trading. Traded live, did not do well. Um, yeah, I don't know. And I'm not even grumpy because I didn't do well trading. I don't know what it is. Just have like this grumpy mood going on. And then to add to it, I saw that on my scheduling, like where I work, we do self scheduling where we go on and we, basically select where we would like to work. And then our manager or director will basically, as the department needs, move people to cover days that don't have enough coverage or whatever. And I noticed today that they moved me to Halloween. And I'm like the only person in the entire department that has a baby. And to me, it's crazy. Like most of my coworkers, they have like teenage kids, um, but none that are even like trick or treating age. And then I'm the only one where like it's technically my daughter's like first Halloween, and I'm gonna miss it because I'm gonna be working. So that's kind of a bummer. I mean, obviously, like the easy solution would be to call in sick, but I'm not gonna do that. Um, Really quickly, I don't have any option setups for today. When we get moves like this, new all-time highs, and just like a trend day that's this aggressive, um, it kind of invalidates everything that I look at when I'm looking for option setups. Um, Probably some of you have seen this, but I'm going to share something really quick that I think is really cool. Probably one of the few positive things that happened today. This is Davey Havoc. He's the lead singer for AFI, or A Fire Inside. It's like an old punk band. And as you can see, like 140,000 followers. He reshared my son's band today, which is just nuts. This is them. Bassist Christian, my son Henrik. Guitarist is Nolan, and in the back is Xavier, the drummer. This kid, he's actually, I mean, they're all very talented, but Xavier's nuts. Like, he can listen to a song one time and play it. Like, it's insane. He might make a little mistake here and there, but all in all, like, it's crazy. He'll listen to a song once and then he'll be able to bust it out. Pretty wild. Um, yeah, no worries. Errors, it is what it is. I will say the one good thing, well, aside from the lead singer resharing that, when we were finishing up the live, we were just barely breaking in, or just barely breaking above the spike. And I had told everybody on the live, hey, if we break this and get 3+, 3 or more 5-minute candles above that don't wick down and touch the spike, on the retest, you can grab calls, and that would have been very profitable, right? Hopefully people listened. Um, yeah, I don't know. I mean, I was expecting this. If you look at, I don't know, I feel like I was talking about this yesterday. Like, I was saying, I believe that I was pretty like bullish overall, and then I'm an idiot. Um, Actually, I want to cover what I talked about at the end of the live stream today. Right before the market open, I think we were here. No, not there. Here. Um, I got into puts, thinking we were going to sell off, break through this, go lower, right? Um, I definitely made mistakes today, and I talked about this on the live. I journal my trades, and when I journal, I reflect on what I did wrong, what I could do better, and what I did correct. And so just to kind of recap, for people that were not on the live, maybe, or for people that were on the live, maybe try not to comment, but I'll basically pose the same question I did on the live. Why is why after this rejection here are we bullish? Like, what happened between here to here that changes this from like being an area where we're probably going to reject to an area that we're probably going to smash through and go higher? And while you guys are thinking about that, like, I'm going to talk for a second. That way you have a chance to kind of look at the chart and give an answer. I'm not going to pause for too long. I'll just go ahead and explain what I see. So it'll be like a good little education piece, and then kind of like recognize where I was completely like, what's the word? I had a bias today, and I don't understand how, because I don't trade with bias, but all day long I was like short, and I took 3 shorts on a trend day. I will say I did get in long here, and I closed at 51 and a quarter, I think, so like right up here somewhere. Actually, it was on this candle. I closed right here. I kind of thought I binked the top, but I guess I didn't. They ended up going higher after that. Looks like we got an M period spike without being on 30 minutes. It looks like it. So anyway, gave you guys probably ample time to answer the question. But so I was also frustrated here. I think this probably added to my bias for the day. So I had an order sitting at 67.1975, right? So they did this, and then I was kind of frustrated with myself because I was telling everybody I don't want to be short here to here because there's really like not enough meat on the bone. And then after the fact, I'm like, gosh, like I could have shorted this with literally no drawdown, because they literally tapped 67.20 to a T, and I would have got filled, and whatever it is, I think it's like 7.5 points that I could have got basically for free. Yeah, so I was pretty frustrated, not when this happened, but like I was a little bit disappointed with myself for just not like trusting the setup and just putting like a tight stop loss and letting it work, and then I had an order, like I said, short here after I saw this take place, because at this point I figured they would tap here and end up breaking through and going lower, which is exactly what they did. But they missed my entry by 75 cents, right? So then, I mean, before this happened, I went to bed. So, oh, that's kind of weird. I guess I went to bed early. I don't even know. But, seems weird. Anyway, I had an order sitting there, and when I woke up, it was still sitting there. And then super frustrated to miss my fill by 75 cents and see that they did exactly what I was expecting. And so now I'll kind of explain why this rejection here is not bearish. So first we'll start up here. Like this was our initial open, came up, hit this level, sold off, right? Tap this again, got a nice rejection where we ended up making a lower low, right? We were not able to make a higher high. And then they end up coming down, making a new lower low, and then smashing all the way down to our buy side area, right? From there, they were not able to make a higher high. So right now, like this could be a bearish scenario, right? But here they were not able to make a lower low. they were not able to make a higher high. Um, and then here they did make a lower low. But here, like, one of two things is going to happen. Basically, like, this is a tightening wedge, right? And they're either going to break out to the upside or break out to the downside. And this was it, right? So for me, the key piece that I was missing was that when we rejected from here, we were not able to make a new lower low, right? Showing that this level is getting weaker. So I woke up or whatever, sat down at my computer right around here, I believe. And I was like, oh, this looks like a decent short. And in retrospect, it's trash. Like, this is not a place to get in short, right? We have, like, on 5 minute at least, like, this is a failed auction. This is a failed auction. We do have a failed auction at the bottom, but it's like they could either go higher or go lower. And based on this information here, it looks like they want to go higher. And I completely, like, I was so in my bias that I didn't even recognize this until way later in the day, right? I was kind of like reviewing in my head, like, what did I do wrong? And as we were going through the trading day, and then I noticed this, and I was like, are you freaking serious? Like, such a key, obvious place to not be short. And I tried shorting here. And then when I got stopped out, I tried shorting here. And then when I got stopped out, I tried shorting here. And then when I got stopped out, I was like, okay, fine. I'll become a bull. And I got in on this retest here, I think. Had a little bit of drawdown, but caught like over 20 points. Anyway, hopefully this helps somebody, what I just covered. I'm going to delete these levels now because these have been run through over and over. And yeah, I'll explain spikes. Anyway. All right. Crazy profile. I guess this is a capital P. Maybe a little bit of a double distribution. It looks like a city skyline. That's whenever I see profiles like this, that's what I think of. It's pretty ugly. Do we have a spike? I can't even tell. Barely, right? We barely have a spike. Yeah. They were even dirty about the spike today. All right. At the bottom, we have single prints. Oh, and not to be like a negative Nancy today, but one of my son's band members is quitting the band. We've known about it for like a month, but he's basically irreplaceable. So I don't know what the plan's going to be with that. I mean, I know for now they're just going to run as like a three person band, but yeah, it's going to be funky. I feel like I should just combine these two. Oops. So for the purposes of if you want the exact level, the spike is at 667 and 29 cents. I am going to be combining this with the previous day value area high. Spike base, ow, is really close. I have like a random pain in my thumb and I don't even understand what's going on. So basically, how this works. I mean, my long-term port is pretty happy right now. I just need them to buy up Oxy. Like, I have quite a large position of what's it called? Why can't I English? I have a pretty large option position in Oxy right now, and so I'd like them to spike it back up here somewhere, at least short term. I want to sell like half of the position so the rest is just risk free, you know. But also free up some money for shares because I want to get the trade desk, like Shorty was talking about, when it does what we're looking for. I also really want shares of TSM, but not up here. I want shares down here. It's going to be a while, but I want it here. I'll be a big buyer at 200. And I'll buy even more, like down here. I should actually have a notification. Why do I not see that? Okay. All right, so the spike. Yeah, they were crazy. So generally, when price opens below our spike, that would be a bearish scenario. If price opens above the spike, that would be a very bullish scenario. And actually, I gotta backstep because I'm talking about this specific scenario. Let's go back to what a spike is on TPO. And if you don't have TPO, it's okay. You can just look at the chart. TPO, you're looking at a 30-minute chart, right? And every candle is broken up into a period. So like the A period, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, and then M. the two ones that we're concerned about when it comes to a spike is going to be the L period and the M period. If the L period makes a new higher high on the day, then there's an 80% chance that the M period will make a higher high than the L period. If the L period makes a new lower low, 80% chance that the M period will make a lower low. But what's important here is we're coming right to the close of the market, and I'm going to switch. So like the conversation moving forward is going to be all about the bullish scenario because that's what we're looking at right now. But you would just reverse this if the spike was at the bottom. You would reverse everything I say to being bearish versus bullish. But so what's happening here is obviously very bullish, right? Closing into the day, making a new higher high. Generally, when we close and we're pushing up high like this, there will be some selling right before the market closes. People taking profits, whatever, not wanting to hold their position overnight. But so what this creates is a situation where we don't know who was in control at the end of the day. Was it the bulls because they pushed it all the way up here, or was it the bears that started taking over and pushing price down because people were taking profits right before the market closes? So the next day, what we're looking to find out is who was in control. And so anytime we open below our spike base, right, would be considered slightly bearish. Again, if this happened at the bottom, it would be slightly bullish. If we open between the spike and the spike base, it would be considered semi-bullish, right? And again, if it was at the bottom, it would be semi-bearish. If we open above the spike, then it would be considered a very bullish scenario, right? So today was a little bit funky. We opened below the spike. This was our spike here from the day before. We opened below it, and then ended up just keep on going, right? So this was our previous day spike, right? And when I was trading live, this here was our spike base. I was telling everybody, as we were breaking through the spike base, like I was wrapping up, I was done trading for the day. And I told everybody, hey, if they smash through the spike and then give 3 5-minute candles or more above and retest it, that's your area to go long. And I'm really hoping like everybody that was on listened to me, because obviously that would have worked out extremely well. And like I said, I took it long on ES for like 20 points. Yeah. So that's basically all it is. It's just confirmation of who was in control at the end of the day, going into the next day, right? So with all of that said, I don't know. Expect fireworks tomorrow, I guess. This is sheer insanity, right? Shaved bottom on the candle, which basically means there's no wick on the daily. Extremely bullish, right? When you have a shaved bottom. We do have a tiny little wick on the top. Volume is like, it's not bad, it's not great. But definitely less than the last 3 days, right? So when we start seeing this, then you start expecting this, right? But we don't have any levels to go off of other than like our spike, basically. We're going to try to find the secret levels. Let's quickly look at our fear and greed index. I feel like we're probably going to be just in greed But we should be in extreme greed. Yeah, it's crazy. Because this is insane. This is definitely greed, right? Um, let's look at our calendar for tomorrow. This is where we have the insane news all night in the Europe. In Europe, for people that like to trade futures, if you're not out of your trades, you know, before this happens, expect some crazy volatility. You might get stopped out, and then they might go run and hit your take profit level, or vice versa. They might hit your take profit level and then reverse in the other direction. For tomorrow morning, 15 minutes after the market opens, we have flash manufacturing PMI. This is going to give us some crazy volatility. Flash services PMI, Richmond Manufacturing Index, and then Powell is speaking at 11:35 a.m. Eastern time. It's going to be a pretty wild morning, just FYI. If you want to know about the trade desk, I would highly recommend watching Shorty's coverage of it the other day. I'll grab the video for you guys. I don't remember at what time he covered it, but the entry he's looking for is
calling all inconsistent traders. If you've tried...
Whoa, chill, dude. YouTube ads. Anyway, I don't remember exactly what time he covered it, but there's a link for the video. For people that are not watching live right now, basically, if you just go to the market update from 9/21, again, I don't remember at what point in the video, but Shorty talks about the trade desk and talks about the very specific setup that he's looking for. He also talked about what they do as a company, which is what really piqued my interest, because I don't remember when it was. Shorty posted about the trade desk in his Discord a few days ago. And just as an investor, right, when I look at this, to me, this here, as an investor, whatever, is like a pretty key buy zone, right? You can even go back further, and it's a buy zone, right? So technically, this is not a terrible spot to even start adding shares. But so when I saw Shorty post this chart without knowing anything about the company, and this always cracks me up, I feel like I have to show this right now. This guy made like such an ass of himself. Hopefully I can find it. Sorry. It's not even important, but I'm like, I have to find it. It was so funny. I wonder if it's better to just type it into Google versus trying to find this on YouTube. I don't think I'm going to find it. But, what a bummer. Oh, I just found it. Sorry, bear with me.
Yeah, so, well, Upstart's up about 25%. Just
This took me just forever to find. I'm glad I found it. This is so funny. So this will make sense to what I was talking about in a second here. Bro.
Yeah, so,
All
well,
right.
Upstart's up about 25% just in 4 days since we bought it. We bought it on about 4 days ago. So that's actually made a nice little move in the short term, probably a little extended right now, but longer term, that's a good looking name. Very powerful, very strong earnings. These stocks are
What do they
acting
do?
really
I don't
well.
even know them. What do they do?
Excuse me?
What does Upstart do?
Well, I'm sorry.
What kind of company is it?
Yeah, I'm not. You're breaking up.
Oh, well,
Sorry
I guess
about that.
we've got an audio problem there, Mark. I'm sorry. I do know MGM, I do know Tesla, and I do know AIG.
So it's hilarious to me because as an investor, or actually I should say as a day trader, right? As an investor, I like to know what companies I'm investing in do. But as a day trader, I don't care. Like, your company could be in the the industry of like washing people's feet, and I really don't care, as long as I see a good setup, whatever it is, calls, puts, I don't care. I'm going to take the trade. And what's hilarious to me is this guy, instead of being like, oh, I don't really care what they do as a company, the technical analysis on the chart said this, and that's all that matters to me as a day trader. And then obviously you would probably want to go on and say what I did, which is as an investor, like if I was investing long term in a company, I would want to know, what they do as a company. But as a day trader, I could give two shits, right? Like, if the setup's there, I'm going to take it. If it doesn't work out, it's going to hit my stop loss. If it does, it's going to hit my profit target. And like, I don't care what they do as a company. No, Big P. Nobody said feet. But anyway, it just totally cracked me up. So when I saw this chart from Shorty, right, the first thing I thought was, oh, I need to go look into what this company does, because I definitely want to be, getting shares here somewhere, with like pretty massive upside. And then Shorty basically did the work for me. He covered it yesterday on his video, and he basically was saying this company is the company, and they have I don't know what you want to call it, but like they have the market cornered as far as it's concerned on this, where like they're shoot, when are their earnings? Okay, November 25th. I want shares before then. But anyway, there whenever you like search for something, or yeah, like your phone hears you having a conversation or stuff like that, whatever, like you start talking about wanting to buy new sunglasses, and then the next thing you know, you're getting like advertising for Sunglass Hut or whatever. They're the ones that do that. And like they're sorry. Looking something up for you really quick. So like Shorty commented that like Procter and Gamble uses them for their advertising, right? And you know, like I'm familiar with Procter and Gamble, and I know like they have like quite a large amount of like large big name brands in the grocery stores or wherever else. I didn't realize the extent of what they have, and like basically like this is their stuff, all of this stuff, like stuff that I'm sure pretty much everybody in the chat uses, right? One thing or another, basically, like pretty much all of us have this in our home somewhere. They even have like Belgium and Canada, Hungary, Poland, Greece, like Turkey. Yeah, they've got a bunch of stuff. You name it, they've got their hand in it, basically. So anyway, if they're, you know, if they have a corner on the market as far as this is concerned, and a company as large as Procter and Gamble is using them, then I'm interested. You know. Oh, thank you, Michael. I appreciate that. So, nice, Christian. I don't know if you're in YouTube right now, but that's sweet. Super happy for you. Basically, it looks like Christian got one of the PCs I was recommending the other day, the water-cooled Thermaltake PC. So, oh, and he got a nice monitor too. Sweet. My dude is killing it. And he said big boy charts coming soon. That's exciting. I'm super excited for you. Like really, genuinely excited for you. Yes, Big P, that's exactly why. You should probably start talking in front of your phone about lube as well. Just, you know, in case. So anyway, definitely want to get shares in this company. And for me as a trader, like I would probably be wanting to be buying. I'm really wanting to get in. Shorty's looking for a specific setup where he wants to see excess, where they go below this and then come back inside, and then basically retest like $40 and then go. And so, with that said, I would like to get shares in that $40 range. If I do, I'll have a sell order for half my position at like $80, just to be completely risk-free. Because a company like this, I'm good holding it for a long time and like hoping for, you know, stock splits and whatever else. And especially once it's risk-free, like you know, obviously I don't want to lose gains, but I'm a lot happier to lose gains than I am to lose my own money. And I do that with a lot of my long-term investments. Like I'll buy shares at a key level. And if they get like close to 50 or 100% up, I'll sell enough that I'm completely risk-free on the trade. But I would definitely watch Shorty's video from yesterday, where he explains exactly what entry he's looking for. So you guys can watch this and watch for shares for your long-term port, if that's something you're interested in. Anyway, with that said, let's grab all of our levels really quick. I'm running out of time. Mondays are getting wild for me. Where I have so much going on with my son that it's like I don't feel like I have very much spare time. Why is this not loading? Thank you. Oh, and also, I don't think I shared this, but I will really quickly. You guys should go follow my son's band and hype them up. So, I'm trying to figure out how to share them. Sorry, I'm like losing my mind here really quickly. Still waiting for my charts to load. How do I... Does this link work if I give you guys this to see my son's band? Or... I mean, I guess I could check it this way. Yeah. Anyway, go follow my son, hype him up. I'm going to close this because for whatever reason it's not loading, and reopen it. Yeah, just put your laptop in the bathtub. Or get in the bathtub with your laptop. Just use ice water. You're good. Bro. If this doesn't load, I'm probably just going to have to post levels later. Unfortunately, I don't understand why it wouldn't load. But sometimes they have connection issues. There we go. Praise the Lord. Oh, praise the Lord. Who wants to be short? I want to be short. I think we might have missed it. Okay, I don't even care about any other levels right now. What is this? 53 to 57. Did we even hit 57? Nope. All right. I'm going to put an order right at 53, and then I'll figure out later where my stop loss and take profit and everything else will be. Okay. Probably right there. I think I already figured it out. Yeah, I'm good. That's good. Actually, I don't know. It might be worth having this on our charts still. Because we retested this once and got this rocket. All right, so my take profit is going to be at 35.50-ish probably. I don't feel like I need to risk very much. Because if we break through this, I mean, yeah, if they don't just peek through, clean it up, and then go, we're probably going much higher. What is this? 56. Yeah, I'm giving them 2.75 points, 56, or 2.25. 59.50. And I'm making $2.69 for every dollar risked. So let me lock this in really quick. Sorry. 67.59.50. Take profit. 67.35.50. Whoa. What did I just do? My entry was 53, right? I grabbed the wrong order. 35.50. I think that's what I said. Yeah, perfect. Okay. Hopefully they pop up just a couple points and give this to me. Or probably now give this to us as, yeah. Now we're looking for, sorry everybody, that was very important. 35 to 32. Junebug. You want to come say hi? Sorry, I'm posting this on Discord really quick. Junebug. You want to come say hi? No? She did not want to say hi. Bye. All right. Let's see. Get this out of the way. Close this down. Thank you, Michael. Appreciate it. Thank you, Christian. Yeah, after they had some crazy. I mean, like, I wouldn't expect people to do this, but if you look through the comments, they have like some music producers that like gave them props, reshared them. Some like English music producers that reshared them and gave them props, and like a bunch of like musicians that have like quite a few followers, but not bands that I know. Pretty wild to see. Anyway, let's transfer this over to Spy. I mean, basically all-time high, down to the body of the 1205 candle. What's up, Henrik?
Where's the little bowls that we use for the creme brulee?
Those are, yeah, Mom knows.
Sorry.
No, you're good. And then for our buy side, man, they just faded us. All right, whatever. Body of the 905 candle. Basically the entire body of the 905 candle. All right. I think it should be a pretty straightforward day. Shorty's already short overnight. I partially just want to hop in. Is this a double top? Yeah, I'm going to hop in. This is always fun. My software takes like 5 minutes to load. Please just like pop up and fill me before it loads. Or don't go any lower. I don't care. One of the two. Green candle. Boom. All right, I'm in. Now I need to move my take profit to 35.50. All right, I'm risking a lot more money wise to make less, but whatever. If this hits, it'll be $737. All right, let me close this now. Let's finish our spy stuff. To me, this is pretty clear. I would be shocked if we come down to here. But if we do, I'll be looking for calls here. How did I make this so wonky? If during the daytime session they come here, I think it's worth attempting to get puts. Just have a really tight stop loss. If they do this, then you want to be in calls again. I think this is the least likely scenario out of everything. All right. Should be a pretty easy day. As far as I think we're just going to sell off to here. Probably bounce back up, possibly sell back off again, and maybe even go lower. Yeah, sure, Michael. I can do that. Here, we'll cover it really quickly. Man, I need my own personal audio tech that I can ask a bunch of questions to. Because, thank you, Nora. I appreciate that. I'm hoping I did the right thing. There is like no freaking information on the internet about this. At least not for what I want. So I bought this today. And basically it's like a 2 microphones and 1 receiver that you can like literally like plug into your phone. So the transmitters or the what's it called? The microphones transmit the audio to the receiver that you plug into your phone. That way you're getting the audio from those microphones while you're recording on your phone or a GoPro or whatever else. And everything I can find talks about using it for like blogging and vlogging and stuff like that, or just because those mics, they have like a magnetic. I think if you watch like interviews and stuff like that, you'll see a lot of times they clip like a microphone onto somebody's shirt, like or snap it on with a magnet. It's probably one of these, but I've only seen one video. Christian, I entered the trade. Like I straight up just entered. I moved my entry. I entered, I don't remember my exact entry, but it was right around 750-50-ish, 750, 75, something like that. But anyway, this is what I'm watching for tomorrow. I'm going to post this really quick for anybody that's not interested in what I'm about to talk about, which is going to be covering PCs that are good for trading. I'm done going over charts and whatever else. But so anyway, those microphones, I saw one video where somebody used them like on little stands and just put them on the ground, like at a concert, pointing towards the band to record the audio. That way you're getting like a cleaner audio track versus having, just like your phone's microphone. And from what it sounded like, it was a much better, much better audio than, just recording off of your phone. But then I figured, let me research these and actually try to find information about them for the purposes of recording, bands. And every single video, like there's tons of videos on them on YouTube, tons of conversations about them on Reddit and other places. And all of it is for like blogging and vlogging and stuff like that. Really not much or again, for the scenario I'm looking for, there's people that talk about using them for recording audio for, for bands, but by using like direct line in stuff like XLR cables into, like miking up the drum set, miking up the amplifiers, and then having all of it running through XLR cables into a soundboard, and then using the audio out on the soundboard to record or to transmit the sound to whatever you're recording with. That way you get like a direct line, from the microphones. But for my kid's band, like, first of all, I'm not going to buy 500 microphones. Second of all, a lot of the times when my kid performs, I'm not there to mic everything up. And then lastly, when my kid performs, a lot of the times it's through his music school, and they're not going to let me mic everything up. I mean, they might if I asked, but and a lot of times also they have like, they'll be playing at a venue that has their own sound technician, and they're definitely not going to let me, mic a bunch of stuff up so I can get better quality audio on my phone recording, But anyway, tons of information as far as using, like the output on a soundboard, but nothing about, just recording the ambient sound in the room. Why did my speakers just turn off? Okay, they're back on. And then, so anyway, I just went ahead and bought them, and hopefully it works well. It was like such a good deal. They're normally $344, that I just popped and bought them. They have the, so this is the Pro. They have the Rode Wireless Go 3, which is like normally $279, and right now it's on sale for $200. But the issue is, like, when you do the math on all the stuff that's included with the Pro. So first of all, the Pro is like it's going to be better. It has a lot of better features to it. But like, if you just look at the accessories, like, it comes with this charging case, whereas this one doesn't. So right there, if you just bought the charging case, you're basically buying the Pro, except you don't have the Pro transmitters and receiver. And then it also comes with, what is it? The lavalier mics, which is like $62. And then it's got some other stuff where, like, if you bought it all separately, you'd be paying like $550. And for me, if I bought this, I would definitely want the charging case. And right there alone, I'm paying for the Pro. So I just went ahead and got the Pro. As far as PCs, I mean, really, for me, there's two companies that I particularly like. Cyberpower and what's the other company? iBuyPower. And then Yeah, so here's iBuyPower. So let's do this really quick. This is their store. And this is CyberPC. There's some other good brands if you're buying a pre-built. I think I spelled that correctly. And then Thermaltake. Anyway, I think this is probably enough companies to look at. Yeah, my son just has a keyboard. Pianos take up a lot of space. So, and then you get the same sound, but then you get sounds on a keyboard that you don't get on what's it called? That you wouldn't get on a piano. And then also things that people forget is you have to have pianos tuned. They need to be maintained by like a professional. I mean, you could do it yourself, but yeah, it's. I think one of the issues with this is. So like this is a good computer. It's a Core i7. i9 would be slightly better. It's got 32 gigs of RAM, which is really anywhere from 16 to 32 is like ideal for trading. If you can, like 64 would be like the bee's knees. And then you want like a nice video card, which this has, right? One of the things that you want to consider is how many video outputs you have. And of course, they just never make it easy to see. I'm guessing it probably has 4. Yeah, like it's so hard to see. I wish they would just show a picture of the back of the card. Was somebody nice to do that? Nice enough to do that? No. I know it's in here somewhere, but like I'm just not seeing it yet. Input devices. No, I want output. Really? So we know it has at least 2 because it has DisplayPort and HDMI. Why do you not say? Anyway, I know it'll be good enough. So this computer is really good for its price. One of the things that I wouldn't like personally for myself is that it's going to be air cooled. I'll post this in the learning general chat. I'll also just throw it in the chat for the video. So that one's decent. I don't know. Obviously, this would be cheaper. Oh, this is an i5, which no thank you. I would not recommend going with an i5. I think this is the same exact computer. It is just in a different color. Right? Okay. So thermal take. This is the one I think that Christian got, where this is the i9, which is a better processor. It's definitely worth the extra few $100s. 32 gigs of RAM. Again, great video card. Maybe Christian can tell us how many ports they have. Because, yeah, no. Nope. Pretty crazy that they don't list it. But I'm sure, like, based on the video card, it's going to be at least 3. There's probably 1 HDMI and like 2 or 3 what are they called? Why can't I think? The display ports. So this is a good computer. Water cooled, meets all of the, or ticks all of the boxes. It's a better processor, same video card, and water cooled. And those, the better processor and the water cooling alone is definitely worth the few $100s extra. And I guess this is out of stock right now. But you can always go, you know, like to Thermal Take's website and find probably the same exact one. Hopefully they have it in stock there. So I'm not really an AMD fan. I think they're getting better, but I've always been an Intel person personally, but that's me. I don't know if anybody wants to go this crazy, but yeah. Or this crazy. So that's the ones from Thermal Take. From iBuyPower. So this one's air cooled. An i7 as well. This is the new Intel Core i5, unavailable, air cooled, air cooled, air cooled. Dude, why do you not have anything? I mean, if you don't mind AMD, this is pretty killer. But, yeah. 32 gigs of RAM. I'll post this. It's water cooled. It's a good computer. Yeah, well, the Micro Center guy, I guarantee you he knows less than I do about computers. So that's iBuyPower, CyberPower. this would be like their i7. It's only got 16 gigs of RAM. I would avoid this. Air cooled i5 I would avoid. This one's nice. It's water cooled, 32 gigs of RAM, i9 processor. This will get the job done and then some. And then this one actually lists the connectivity. Imagine that. Oh, it doesn't have the one HDMI 3 display ports. Wow, imagine giving your customers information. That's wild. Nobody else does, apparently. I'm not saying we don't like AMD. Intel is always on benchmarks, like kind of blown AMD out of the water. Where do I put my PC? What do you mean? It's like right next to me. I don't know what to say. Again, I mean, if you want AMD, like, go for it, right? You were the one that asked about the computers, so if you want an AMD, I mean, I shared one already, but something like this. This one's water cooled. It has one HDMI, 2 display ports, which gives you enough for 3 monitors. 6 cores, 12 threads. Yeah, I mean, it's nice. I've just always been an Intel guy. That's all. I don't know what else to say. But this is another good PC if you want AMD. I've already posted one, but that's another good one. Okay. As for where I put my PC, like, I don't know. Mine's custom. I built mine. Maybe I can take a better picture than that. Let's see. Chill, dog. My desk is very messy. Here is my PC. So this is my desk. It's a hot mess. Hopefully you guys zoom in and look at my address. There's my PC, custom built. And that's where it sits. All right. I do not build processors and GPUs. What do you mean? No, it's not. So, I mean, it's probably just like hard engraved in me, Michael. When I started getting into like building computers, Intel was king, right? And AMD was like up and coming. They have some gnarly like processors. I don't know as much about AMD processors as I do like Intel, but I know they have like the Threadrippers. I don't know if these are still relevant or not. Yeah, obviously for this price, it's still relevant. Like this is about as insane as you can get for a CPU. So, where's the information, bro? It's a 4.2 gigahertz processor. I like the features and specs. Yeah, so 4.2 gigs. Secondary cache is 24 megabytes. Cache memory 1920. One processor, 48 threads, and 48 cores. Like, this is insane. But anyway, yeah, when I got into expecting to see weed, interesting. I do have something. Well, I'm not a weed person. I prefer meth, but I'm joking. What was I gonna say? Oh, I gotta leave in a minute. But I'm trying to think of the name of the company. I ordered something. And I don't even know what I'm going to do with it. I think it's Cycling Frog. Yeah. So, am I even allowed to talk about like stuff like this on YouTube? I don't know. So like this, I don't even know why I did it. Again, it's probably, what was it? That was not it. Anyway, this company, I don't know if it's still a thing, but it was like free seltzer, right? And it was like 48% or 45% fruit juice. I'm not really a seltzer drinker, but I'm like, shoot, for free, I'll try it. Paid $2 for shipping. And so I went. I don't even know if you can still find it for free. But so anyway, I wasn't paying attention to really what it said. I just thought I was getting like a free seltzer, right? And then as I was going through like the checkout process, I was like, oh shit, this says THC seltzer. And I'm like, that's not really me, right? So I was like, screw it, for $2 I'll buy it. Maybe I'll drink it. Probably not. But I'll probably just give it to somebody that will drink it. But so like this drink has THC and CBD in it. And I think, yeah, it's like 5 milligrams of THC. So anyway, this just arrived the other day. Yeah, only $2. I think if I click it, it doesn't let me do it because I already bought one. Oh, I guess they do. Here you go. If you guys want it. If you want, if you want a free THC seltzer for the cost of shipping. Why is this not working? There you go. So anyway, I have one of those in the fridge. I don't know. I might drink it and end up hating myself because, yeah. I don't know. I don't do very good, like, when it comes to weed. All right. That's it. I got to go take my kid to his band practice, second one of the day. And then he has a 2 hour, or actually one of his bandmates is coming over tomorrow. Thank you so much, Michael. I appreciate that. One of his bandmates is coming over tomorrow to practice. And then on Thursday, they're practicing for 2 hours at my house, like the whole band. And then Friday, they have a 2 hour practice. And then this weekend, they have shows Saturday and Sunday. It worked all right. It'd probably kill me because I don't have any tolerance for that. So, yeah. You didn't feel a single thing? I think that's actually common, like, for people the first time. Maybe you smoked a CBD strain. Who knows? Alrighty, everyone. I gotta dip out. Hopefully this short just slams down. As always, much love, much respect to everybody. We will see you tomorrow. There's a chance for people... I mean, if this trade works, I probably will not be trading in the morning because I have no reason to. If it doesn't work, then maybe I'll get on and trade. We'll see. But if I do, I'll post links. With that said, much love, much respect to everybody. Peace out. We will see you tomorrow. Bye.